Microphone booming. What's going on, Noodle? See, am I recording? Where my timer at? My timer is timing. What's going on, y'all? Hopefully this live don't get to tripping. I'll be tripping all the time on my Android. Cause boy, Instagram be on some other shit. Damn. See, that's what I get. Trying to get shit to look all the way right. All right, let me see what I'm in a minute. What's going on? Charlie T. Hustle. That man be fresh. Hmm. Got my water. Everything on. I'm live. Guess I'll start the. Hold on. Let me see something. Let me shoot it to the group chat. Boom. Boom. What's going on, Portobello? Baby Ron don't trust a soul. What's the deal? All right. Gunshots, bitch. And then there was bass. Good evening, motherfuckers and motherfuckers. This is your host, Uncle Dolemite, for the Too Much Game podcast, live from the sanctuary once again. What's going on, Bad and Bearded? What's going on, Sports for You? Um, Today's episode, I'm gonna go ahead and shout out Jay Christian from the Cognac Room. Oddly enough, he's the reason for the topic. It's been like motherfucking Mercury retrograde came early this year, boy, cause it's been a lot going on in these podcast streets. I ain't even gonna call them the podcast streets because it wasn't on nobody's show. It wasn't on no RSS feeds. All of this been going down in these Instagram lives, boy. Instagram live been cracking. Whole lot of conflict, my nigga. Like I said, I'm not gonna get into nobody business or nobody's personals or what happened and all that. But we was bringing it to a resolution. So today's episode, I think the topic or the subject matter at hand is gonna be conflict resolution, my nigga. That's what we're gonna be talking about today. We're gonna be talking about conflict resolution. What's going on, my nigga Dorian? As far as conflict resolution, like I told y'all, a whole lot of these episodes, I plant seeds. Other episodes, I'm just watering something I already planted. Sometimes I'm just bringing something back that I done already discussed. Sometimes repetition is, the way certain people learn. It's just like church, my nigga. Y'all keep on reading out that same book. Y'all done heard some of the same scriptures 200, 300 times. But you always get something different every time you bring a lesson back. So today is gonna be no different, my nigga. Like when it comes to me, my three methods of conflict resolution most of the time is, number one, you starting that conversation. Number two, compensation. And number three, if those first two don't work, separation. Now, in the event that the first three don't work, the last resort is confrontation, whether that be violent or otherwise, because at the end of the day, a lot of what happens in conflict, especially when you got what you call problems with people, the number one thing in any situation of having any problem is to find a solution. But when it comes to problems with people, you want a resolution, which is a recurring solution, a solution that at all times should always be applicable. So if me and you don't like each other or me and you got a problem, there should be something that either happens or something that we come to an agreement to where we shouldn't have a problem coming back over and over and over again, my nigga. This should be something that, nigga, no matter what, nigga, we done already came to a resolution. We've solved this. We're over this. We're beyond this. We're past this. 99 times out of 100, when two people have a problem with each other, it's in a disagreement. It's in a miscommunication. There's a discrepancy between two people. What's going on, Heaven's World? Damn, my shit still on quiet mode. My bad. I be forgetting to turn that motherfucker back up. Oh yeah. But like I said, my nigga, when you have a disagreement with somebody, a lot of times it's a miscommunication. That's why I said my number one method of conflict resolution is conversation. So you can come to an understanding. So you can make a misunderstanding understood. Especially between two logical adults, two grown ass motherfuckers. Two grown ass men should be able to sit down and talk out 99% of problems, my nigga. Like most times when you getting into it with a person, it should be something that you can sit down and talk about logically. Nigga, you said this way, I wasn't feeling that shit. You did something that I didn't fuck with. We need to come to an understanding on, how we gonna move forward and how we gonna get along in the future. Nigga, if it's something that you did that I didn't like, then we could settle this shit in the conversation, nigga. We gonna make a misunderstanding and understanding. And the second one is compensation because a lot of times between two people, two motherfuckers that don't like each other, a lot of times it's because some money didn't go where it was supposed to go. Whether that be a business situation or otherwise. Nigga, sometimes it's like, hey, my nigga, you owe me some bread, or you owe one of my homeboys some bread, or we did something in business and the money didn't go where it was supposed to go. So we gonna have to have a situation of compensation, or in another context, something that's exchanged that might not be monetary, but it might be, like a olive branch, if you will. You hit my car, fix that motherfucker. You did something to somebody and I didn't really feel that shit. So nigga, we gonna have to have something that happens to remedy that motherfucking situation. That would be the situation of compensation. What's going on, my nigga Rod? Rod Uncensored Podcast. Y'all check the homie out. But nigga, like I said, like nigga, sometimes it's gonna have to be something that's gonna remedy that conversation might not be able to handle. And then there's a situation where, like the third level of conflict where I just might not like your ass. Like it just might be something where I'm like, you know what, my nigga, I just flat out can't fuck with this dude. I don't like the way this nigga move. I don't like the way this nigga think. I don't like shit about this motherfucker. So what's gonna have to happen is we just gonna have to separate. Like nigga, I don't want no extra bullshit with you. And like I said, like this is something my audience is mostly men, my nigga. Yes, I have women who listen, but 9 times out of 10, a lot of who I'm speaking to is men, my nigga, like the younger brothers out here. A lot of what goes on in our community between our young men is a lack of the ability to resolve conflict without the use of violence. A lot of that is what this episode is about, because of course I have adult listeners. I have listeners that's in relationships. So a lot of, what's going to be covered is also going to cover things like that, like disagreements between a husband and a wife, a boyfriend and a girlfriend, family members and shit like that. But, like back to what I'm saying as far as like conflict resolution between, like, say, two young men. Nigga, sometimes you just gotta separate, my nigga. Like everybody wasn't meant to be around each other, dog. Like there's just some motherfuckers in your life who you just not gonna fuck with them. You don't like how they move, you don't like how they dress, you don't like how they speak. It's just some motherfuckers that you just ain't gonna fuck with. Same with like boyfriend, girlfriend relationships, men and women. Everybody in the world ain't meant to like you, my nigga. Like some I talk about a lot privately and just in how I move. Like I understand, nigga, everybody not gonna like me. I'm not gonna like everybody. There's just some motherfuckers in life that just wasn't meant to be around each other. And that's okay. You don't have to get into violent altercations with these motherfuckers. You don't have to get in verbal fucked up situations with these motherfuckers. There's just some people you gonna have to fucking flat out stay the fuck away from, and that's cool. And like that's one of my things. Like, nigga, if it can't be settled in conversation or compensation, it got to be settled in separation. It don't have to always get into a motherfucking violent confrontation. on some real shit. I was just thirsty and I want to read these comments. But what you say, Coco? Say that again. Everybody ain't meant to be around each other, man. That's what the fuck I'm saying, my nigga. Black belt level bars. Good looking out, Dorian. And what you say, Miss Carmel Brown? Miss Carmel Brown Sugar. What's up? What's going on with you, Carmel Brown Sugar? What's going on, Pod God? But like I said, my nigga, like you don't always have to take it to violence. You don't always have to take it to even a motherfucking loud yelling argument. Cause that's what I've been seeing a lot lately. Like motherfuckers who can't just keep shit player. Y'all niggas know that's what this whole motherfucking show is always about. Like nigga, I'm always a big proponent of keeping shit player, my nigga. Like we should be able to settle this shit without getting our hands dirty, my nigga. I got motherfuckers I don't like. I got motherfuckers that I don't really fuck with that sometimes they might not even know I don't fuck with them. But it's because, nigga, I keep shit so motherfucking player, my nigga. Like I don't want to get my fingernails dirty fucking with no buster ass nigga. I don't want to break my fingernails on no bitch ass shit. If I don't like you, I just stay the fuck around you. I stay the fuck from around you, my nigga. Like I don't feel that nigga. It's a black fucking proverb. A black phrase that we all use when we get invited somewhere, my nigga. Who all gonna be there, my nigga? I'm the king of who all gonna be there, dog. Like nigga, oh such and such gonna be there. Oh man, I ain't gonna be able to roll, my nigga. Oh nigga, what's up? Y'all got into it? Nah, not really. I just, I don't really fuck with that motherfucker. So, we gonna leave it at that. Oh, what happened? We just gonna keep that shit between us, my nigga. Like another thing when it comes to conflict between you and another person is you gotta keep shit to yourself a lot of times. That shit not everybody motherfucking business. And yeah, like Dorian said, nigga, 99.9% of conflict between two individuals is always ego, my nigga. It's uh most of the time it's an ego situation. If it's not financial, 99% of the time it's ego. If it's not something that happened, like I stepped on your shoe, I bumped your fucking car, I knocked your son over while I was running up the street or some shit like that. 99 times out of 100, it is an ego situation. Like most miscommunications or disagreements are ego driven, my nigga. You said something I didn't like. Why didn't I like it? Because I didn't like the way it made me feel. I didn't like the light that you painted me in. I didn't like the tone when you said what you said. I felt like you wasn't respecting my boundaries or you wasn't respecting who I am as a man or who I was as a woman or blah 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 blah. Damn, I made that shit sound like I was a whole tranny and shit. But like I said, my nigga, like whenever a motherfucker come at you sideways, a lot of times it is an ego situation. But like I said, dog, like if you can check your ego in a whole lot of spaces, you can stay the fuck out of a lot of confrontation, my nigga. Because like he said, nigga, when it comes to ego, a lot of times you into it with a person because you didn't like how they said something. It wasn't even always about what a motherfucker say, but how they said it, how they came off when they said it. The intentions that they had when they said what they said. That's the reason I go back to having a conversation. Instead of just jumping out of your motherfucking skin because of how somebody said something, get an understanding as to why did you say it like that? What was it that made you say it like that? Because like with me, I'm real big on nigga, let me check my ego in this shit. Like let me get an understanding before I go out my way and trip the fuck out and waste my energy on this shit. Let me make sure, like nigga, maybe you was having a fucked up day. Maybe you didn't understand who I was, or maybe you didn't mean it like that. So let me like, step outside of this fucked up moment that we having and approach this shit logically. So we can speak as two motherfucking adults, my nigga. Because me personally, like I really see a whole lot of the shit that motherfuckers get into as childish fucking behavior. Like, I tell y'all all the time when it comes to women, I don't motherfucking argue with women. I don't argue with nobody. I'm a motherfucking adult. There should be no reason we calling each other out of our motherfucking names. There should be no reason we gotta raise our voice to talk to each other and we in the same room or we on a fucking phone. Nigga, I shouldn't have to raise my voice unless your service fucked up. I should be able to speak to you in this motherfucking tone at all times, even if we in a situation of a disagreement. Because I'm cool with a debate. I'm cool with disagreeing. I ain't with that arguing shit. You not finna yell at me, my nigga. My parents don't yell at me. Don't nobody motherfucking yell at me. So we ain't doing all that, nigga. If we can't speak in this tone, we can't motherfucking speak. Like I said, nigga, if we can't have a conversation, and we can't have a compensation, we gonna have a motherfucking separation. I'm gonna get the fuck from around your motherfucking ass. And the only time it should come to a confrontation is if I can't fucking avoid you. Like we in a jail cell or some shit. And most of y'all niggas listening to this motherfucker free. So there should be no reason for you to be in bullshit with motherfuckers. Unless, like I said, nigga, it done went so far past the first three that you have to get to the fourth one. But what you say, Coco? Yeah, that and ego thing is always has somebody in a body bag over the simple shit. Hell yeah. What you say, Dale Peasy? Absolutely. Pride and ego destroy tons of things. And that's what I'm saying, my nigga. Especially relationships, dog. Friendships, you know, uh shit. Father, son, mother, daughter, father, daughter, mother, son, like nigga, all relationships, even work relationships, my nigga. There's a lot of motherfuckers right now that done lost their job because they didn't like how a coworker came at them. They didn't like how the supervisor came at them. They didn't like a new rule that got put in place. They felt like they was being picked on in certain shit. Like it's a lot of motherfuckers. A bad work day will fuck your whole career up because you couldn't, like I said, like step back, check your ego, and just approach shit logically, my nigga. That's the fucking thing. Like when you allow your ego to run wild, that shit puts you in a position where your emotions can fuck a lot of shit up for you, my nigga. Like I'm real big on checking my ego because I don't want to move emotionally. I tell y'all all the time, like one of the pillars of what this show is about is moving on strategy over emotion, moving on logic over emotion. Like always being able to, step outside of the fucking moment and think about the consequences of your fucking actions. Because a lot of times, like I said, when it comes to conflict between two people, it's a misunderstanding. So you always want to get to the point of understanding in any fucking problem. You want to understand what is the solution to this problem that I have with this person. What is it that me and this person are both trying to get to that will be able to settle the conflict that I have between me and this motherfucker? Like I said, nigga, if it's a situation where some money got to get exchanged, y'all got to come to an agreement on how y'all gonna exchange that money. Who's gonna get what? How is it gonna get distributed? Who's gonna do what? If you have a disagreement over something that somebody said, why did you say that? Why did you say that to that person? What is it that got you talking about me in that manner? Why is it that you like this? What is it that got you feeling this way about me? What have I done to make you feel this way, my nigga? That's the fucking thing. Like, nigga, you always want to get to the understanding. You always want to find the fucking solution. That should be the number one thing in your fucking head when it comes to conflict with other people. What is the solution to this motherfucking problem we have? What is the resolution to this problem that we have? What is it that me and you can do to where we can coexist in the same space without getting into it with each other? And like I said, my nigga, like I'm real big on, okay, I don't fuck with this person. So we gonna coexist in these spaces, but we just not gonna fuck with each other. Separation don't always have to be geographic separation. Nigga, I could be in the same room with a motherfucker who I really don't like. I just don't say nothing to you and you don't say nothing to me, my nigga. Or we just keep that shit playing, my nigga. Like it's niggas who I don't like. Who when I see them, what's up, my nigga? And I just keep it the fuck moving. I don't gotta talk to you. We don't gotta kick it. We don't gotta fucking hang out. You over there, I'm over here. Nigga, I just was recently at a funeral with a motherfucker I can't fucking stand. I don't like this nigga. I don't fuck with this nigga. But do I do anything to this nigga? No. Do I say anything to this nigga? No. Because like this is a fucking thing too. A lot of people think that the opposite of love is hate. No. The opposite of love is not hate. The opposite of love is complacency, my nigga. You know, when it comes to love, when it comes to hate, both of those things require great energy, my nigga. Complacency requires none. If I don't like your motherfucking ass, I don't give you no energy. I don't have no words for you, whether negative or positive. I don't fuck with you. Fuck you. I'm not saying shit to you, my nigga. So if I don't fuck with you, me, Uncle Dolemite, Anthony Webb, if I don't fuck with you, I don't say shit to your motherfucking ass. I'm not gonna speak down on you when you ain't around because that shows that I care about your ass. And I don't. Nigga, you not finna live in my head rent free, my nigga. You're not finna be running around here in my mind, pissing me off every time I think about you, my nigga. For what? Who the fuck is you, my nigga? That's me giving you a W. Nigga, the fact that I'm thinking about your ass when you ain't around, nigga, that makes you special and you not, my nigga. Like that's the thing. Like a lot of people in these conflicts, like you really pumping up the ego of a punk ass motherfucker. Because if me and you were supposedly into it and I see you posting about me, like I said, nigga, the opposite of love is not hate, my nigga. If you call yourself hating me, it's cause in reality, you love the fact that me and you have something going on, whether it's positive or negative. You're giving me some fucking energy. Like that's the fucking thing. What's going on, Lamp? My bad. When I get in my shit, my nigga, it'd be hard for me to slow down. Pause. What's going on, Damn Shame Podcast? But like I said, my nigga, if we in conflict, if I don't like you, I don't got no energy for you, my nigga. None. I'm not finna be pissed off when I see you. I'ma keep on doing my dance, my nigga. I'm chilling. I'm not worried about your bitch ass. Nigga, if I don't like your motherfucking ass, like you're not finna affect my peace negatively, my nigga. Nobody gets that from me. You don't deserve that shit. I'm not gonna let you take away no fucking peace you didn't give me, my nigga. Like that's the fucking thing, my nigga. Like, there's gonna be people that you gonna come across that literally you ain't gonna like them, they ain't gonna like you, and that's cool. Like I said, every conflict ain't gonna come to a solution or a resolution, and that's understandable. Me personally, I believe in trying to come to a resolution on all conflicts. Like I don't like having no bad energy or bad blood with no motherfucking body. I'm really big on trying to keep good relationships with people. I don't like to burn bridges because, like I said, you never know what bridges you gonna have to cross later on. So you don't want to leave a sour taste in nobody mouth, my nigga. What's going on? That Black Mike. What's going on, JR? The fucking slime ball. West Virginia Uncommon Place podcast. But like I said, like I don't like to leave no fucked up taste in nobody mouth. Nigga, even if we can't vibe out and be cool, the least we can do is be cordial. The least we can do is be able to be in the same room and coexist without no bullshit. Like, that's what I try to keep it at. But like I said, nigga, if we can't get to that and we gotta separate, nigga, you ain't getting no energy from me, my nigga. You gonna get one of these and you gonna get a exit, my nigga. I'm two peace signs on everything, my nigga. Like, nigga, I'm cool. Like, if I don't fuck with you, I just don't fuck with you. I ain't gonna say your name. I ain't gonna speak on you. I ain't gonna talk about you. You ain't getting shit from me. Hey, man, how you feel about old boy? He alive and that's cool. And I'm gonna leave it at that. Like, I'm not finna run your name through the mud or do no content about you or talk about you or consume none of your content or worry about what the fuck you saying about me behind my back. I don't give a fuck. That's the thing. Like, a lot of y'all motherfuckers secretly got crushes on motherfuckers. A lot of y'all motherfuckers letting a nigga live in your head rent free, and that's crazy to me. Like it's motherfuckers I don't like. I don't fuck with you. I don't follow you. I don't ask about you. I don't need to know what the fuck you doing, where the fuck you at, cause I don't give a fuck about you, my nigga. That's the thing. Like when it comes to conflict, like I'm too big on being cool. I'm too cool of a nigga to worry about a punk motherfucker. Like I tell y'all, like the listeners of this motherfucking show, nigga, like I'm always preaching to y'all to remain cool. Like the easiest part of being cool is keeping shit cool. Being easy. You know what's easy? Not giving a fuck. Not giving a fuck is effortless, my nigga. It don't take no energy to not give a fuck. Hey man, I heard that nigga said whoop de whoop about you. Shit, that's cool. I got bigger fucking fish to fry. I got other shit to worry about, my nigga. I got too much fly shit going on in my life to be worried about what a bitch ass nigga saying about me, my nigga. I don't give a fuck what that motherfucker over there saying, nigga. I'm accomplishing shit. I'm building shit. I'm creating shit. I'm doing fly shit. Why the fuck I care what this bum ass motherfucker gotta say about me? Of course you talking about me. I'm fly. You think LeBron James worry about what fucking Robert Gordon saying in Tupelo, Mississippi? You calling me LaFlop. I'm scoring 40,000 motherfucking points somewhere. Nigga, I don't give a fuck what your bum ass got to say about me. And like I said, nigga, we ain't celebrities. We just regular people. But it's like, my nigga, my bills getting paid. Why do I give a fuck what a bitch 2 towns away care about me for? You on a motherfucking internet caps locking to a motherfucker that live in your phone. That shit crazy as a motherfucker. Like, nigga, you over here mad than a motherfucker. And all you gotta do is boop, turn your fucking phone off and put it in your pocket. That person is dead. All your motherfucking ass gotta do is doop, 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 doop. Hit that block button. Nigga, that person is gone forever. You'll never see this person. There's motherfuckers right now in a conflict on the internet with a motherfucker who God is never gonna put in your presence. And you mad in a motherfucker every time you see they screen name. Every time you see their face go across your phone, it pisses you the fuck off. How do you give this power to a motherfucker that you'll never run into, my nigga? That shit is mind boggling. Like I said, like, nigga, if I don't like you, I just won't follow you. I'll just unfollow you. I'll just block you. If you become any type of presence that affects my peace, that block button right there for you, my nigga. That's the fucking thing. Like 99% of motherfuckers that's in conflict right now is in conflicts with motherfuckers they ain't never gonna fucking run into, my nigga. That shit crazy. What's going on, Jay Christian from the Cognac Room? Like I said, my nigga, that nigga's the reason for this whole motherfucking episode, nigga. We had a motherfucking conversation and it led to this goddamn part or this fucking episode. And what you say, JR? Ain't no going back and forth for hostility. Exactly, my nigga. And that's the thing. Like, nigga, when it comes to the conflicts that you have with people, like, you give them the greatest compliment when you're talking about them when they're not around, my nigga. Like, that shit is a that shit is high praise, whether you talking about me positively behind my back or negatively behind my back. Because you're talking about me, my nigga. Just like I told y'all about the internet algorithm. The algorithm don't know whether you're speaking positive or negative about people. All they know is you're speaking about them. So that's gonna bump their name up in the algorithm. If I sat up here and did a whole motherfucking episode shitting on some rapper, no matter who that may be, that's gonna put their name in the algorithm. Even if I'm speaking fucked up about them. The algorithm don't know negative or positive. All the algorithm knows is he's mentioning this person. So this person must be popping. If me and 50 people are tagging somebody, the algorithm gonna say, "Oh, who was that? Oh, what they doing?" That shit is pushing them up in the algorithm. That's the same thing with the energy that you give people, my nigga. You talking about me when I ain't around, nigga? That's like, man, that nigga Uncle Dolemite popping like a motherfucker. Just like when dirty Mac niggas try to speak down on a nigga to get to a broad. You speaking down on me around this broad, you don't even realize you doing a commercial for me. Cause she like, damn nigga, why you can't keep this nigga name out your motherfucking mouth? This nigga must be popping. It must be a reason you can't leave this motherfucker alone. It must be something about this nigga. This nigga must be something special. So you over here speaking down, not realizing that she like, shit. There's two sides, there's three sides to every motherfucking story. So what is it that this motherfucker did that got you, got your panties all up in your ass? And that's the thing. Like I said, my nigga, like, if I got negativity going on between me and another person, I'm not giving you no energy. I'm not saying shit to you. I'm not saying shit about you, negative or positive, my nigga. You know, that's the thing. Like I'm such a big believer in keeping everything player, my nigga. I don't have no time for punk ass shit. You know, like I tell y'all, like nigga, just me as the person who I am. I have a lot going on. I'm a father. I'm a podcaster. I got a motherfucking job that keeps me away from my motherfucking house 12, 13 hours a motherfucking day. I'm a motherfucking stand-up comedian. I got a lot cracking, my nigga. What the fuck I'm not finna be doing is wasting negative energy on a motherfucker I don't fuck with. What's going on, Ken John? Pod and saved our marriage. You know, like that's the fucking thing. Like if I don't like you, I just don't like your ass. I don't watch you. I don't speak to you. I don't speak about you. I don't ask about you. I don't care what the fuck you said about me. You know, hey man, Uncle Dolemite, that nigga was whoop de whoop, man. That nigga said such and such about you. So fuck that got to do with anything. If you ain't stopping my money from getting made, if you ain't stopping my bills from getting paid, if you ain't doing nothing that's affecting my motherfucking kids, you ain't stopping me from getting no pussy or nothing like that, nigga. I could give a fuck less what you say about me, my nigga. That shit is not fucking important. I got too much shit I'm out here fucking accomplishing to be worried about what a punk motherfucker gotta say. You know, nigga, like I said, like, nigga, I don't even consume a lot of content from content creators that I'm not a fucking fan of. Like, just straight the fuck up. You know, like I tell y'all, like, niggas motherfuckers that sit up here watching TV shows of shit they don't agree with. You know, they watching Fox News with a bunch of shit they don't fucking agree with. You know, they watching pundits that they don't like. Oh, I hate Stephen A. Smith. Did you hear what that nigga said last night? How the fuck you know what that nigga said if you don't like him? You know, it's too many motherfuckers that like I literally be tripping on niggas that be in lives with niggas they don't like, in group chats with niggas they don't like, following niggas they don't like, watching videos from motherfuckers they don't like, nigga. I can't relate, my nigga. You can't get no energy from me if I don't like your motherfucking ass. I just ignore you, my nigga. You don't exist to me, my nigga. Like the only thing in my radar is shit that's positive. The only motherfuckers that's around me is motherfuckers that's positive. People that's helping me, people who I'm helping. You know, positivity, my nigga. Like I don't allow no negativity around me. You know, like that's the fucking thing. Like 90% of what I'm trying to push on this motherfucking show is protecting your motherfucking mental health. You know, like that shit'll drive your ass nuts when you worried about a motherfucker that ain't around. When you allowing somebody to cause so much negativity in your motherfucking mind, it fucks your day up to see them. It fucks your day up to hear they motherfucking voice. Like, nigga, you don't exist in my world, my nigga. You know, every time I come across you or I see you, only thing it is like, nigga, you literally like a fucking unlockable character, my nigga. Like you just a black cloud floating across. I don't give a fuck about that motherfucker. You know, just stay the fuck out my space and I'ma stay up out of yours. I'm not gonna speak down on you because, like I said, that's a compliment. I'm not gonna say shit about you, my nigga. You just there. If a motherfucker asks me about you, I'm just not gonna say shit about you, my nigga. That's a commercial for you. That's a compliment. I tell you niggas all the fucking time. Everybody who listens to this show, your energy is a compliment. Your energy is a gift. Your time. All of that shit is a gift to people. Whether it's negative or positive, it's a gift. So if I'm speaking on you in any context, that's a gift. Nigga, the fact that your motherfucking name is in my motherfucking mouth, that's a blessing to your bitch ass. You think I'm just giving that shit to a punk motherfucker? No. You're not gonna hear no bitch ass niggas' names here. I'm not giving bitch ass niggas no motherfucking commercials. I'm not giving no punk ass motherfuckers no compliments. Fuck you. I'll say everything but your bitch ass name, my nigga. You know, that's the fucking thing. Like a lot of niggas is giving too many niggas too many motherfucking commercials. Nigga, you giving ad space to this nigga in your motherfucking mind. You know, that's like wearing this nigga's gear on your fucking show. Cause like I said, my nigga, you sitting here talking down on a motherfucker, that's gonna make people Google him. Ooh, who's he talking about? Let me type it in. Oh, damn, you having a conflict with this rapper? Ooh, let me hear his song. Ooh, let me hear what he said back. Let me go to his social media page and see what he's saying. You into it with this bitch. Y'all motherfuckers got a business disagreement. So now you like, oh, I do hair, right? I'm a fucking braider. Oh, I don't like you know, Slayed by Shanae. Slayed by Shanae. That bitch on bullshit. Fuck Slayed by Shanae. So motherfuckers like, damn, who the fuck is Slayed by Shanae? Let me Google her ass. Damn, Slayed by Shanae, little braids kind of tight. Oh shit, nigga, her price is cool too. Shit, nigga, I'm finna follow, bro. Slayed by Shanae. Boop. Damn, I ain't even realize Slade Shanae got it cracking. Boop. Shit, nigga. Matter of fact, you was wrong. That's the thing. Like, nigga, some of y'all motherfuckers is literally pushing people towards the motherfuckers that you don't fuck with because you giving them a fucking commercial with your words, with your energy, my nigga. It's just like when you break up with a person, my nigga. When you break up with a motherfucker and you see that they can't do nothing but talk about you, you realize you still in love, my nigga. You still like me. You still thinking about me, my nigga. Just like when we're in these dating streets, my nigga, that's a big red flag. When you talking to somebody and they can't do nothing but talk about their ex. Because it's still love there, my nigga. You still got energy for this motherfucker. You still got words for this motherfucker. That means you still have love for this motherfucker. Like I said, my nigga, the opposite of love is not hate. A lot of times motherfuckers just have a confusion in how they show love to people. Nigga, just like I don't remember the name of or the number of the episode, but the episode was called Hate Poisoning, my nigga. A lot of your biggest fans are haters, my nigga. A lot of your biggest supporters are haters because haters is tuning in to everything you do. Like I laugh when I watch a video of like Michael Jordan dunking on people. Kobe Bryant doing some moves, and it might be Luka fucking Doncic or any basketball player, my nigga. And no matter what they do, here come these hating ass niggas. Oh, LeBron could never. LeBron would never. Oh, LeBron this, LeBron that. Like, nigga, you LeBron fucking street team, my nigga. Like, you LeBron biggest motherfucking fan. No matter what you see a nigga doing in sports, you gotta mention LeBron name. You know what that do? Push his name up in the algorithm. You know what that do? Make people Google him. You know what that do? Start people checking to see what the fuck he doing. That's the thing. Like, nigga, y'all swear you hate a motherfucker, but you keep their name in your mouth. Nigga, that's love. That's fandom. You're a fan, my nigga. Like I said, like, nigga, if you got anything negative to say about me, just spell my name right. Tag me, my nigga. If you want to tell niggas don't listen to the Too Much Game podcast, just spell that motherfucker right. TOO Much Game podcast. Oh man, that shit whack, man. That nigga always wrong. He be saying some stupid shit. He don't know what the fuck he talking about. So niggas could come and see that I do. Bring motherfuckers over here to tell them how whack this show is. Tell them go listen to how whack that show is. I don't give a fuck. Please hate. If you gonna hate, please, nigga, just say my name right, pronounce it right. Spell Uncle Dolemite. Dolemite. Spell it correctly so the algorithm knows to bring them niggas here. I'll do the rest, my nigga. So if you wanna hate, just say and spell my name right. Pronounce it right. That's the fucking thing, because it's not that you hate, it's that you love me. And you can't find out a proper way to show the love that you have for me. So it brings negativity to you. A lot of times the motherfuckers that call themselves hating on you, that shit is jealousy, my nigga. That shit is literally you being a mirror to the negativity that they have towards they self, my nigga. They don't hate you. They hate the success that you have that they don't have. They hate the work that they see you put in that they don't want to put in. They see that you're doing something that they can't figure out how you got where you got, how you did what you did. They hate that. They don't hate you, my nigga. They hate the success in you. They hate the light in you. They hate the fact that they see a bunch of motherfuckers showing you love and they can't get none. That's what they hate. Nigga, it ain't got shit to do with you, my nigga. You just a symbol. You just there. You just living your life, doing what you do, succeeding, paying your bills, taking care of your motherfucking business. And they sitting here like, what the fuck? How is it that this motherfucker has all this? How is it that these motherfuckers is showing all this love to this motherfucker? He ain't doing nothing I can't do. We from the same neighborhood. How is it that all these people fuck with him and they don't fuck with me? You know, they not hating on you. They hate your success. They hate your light, my nigga. You know, that's the fucking thing. Like, nigga, that's why I don't give a fuck what a hater gotta say about me. You just a confused fan. And what you say, King John? They hate the love you get. Exactly. For the record, I'm not day drinking with you niggas again. Hey man. I took a little shot. I ain't take no whole grip, my nigga. I took one sip of that Jack Daniels, nigga. I ain't getting fucked up during the daytime. Y'all niggas was wildin'. You know, but like that's the thing. Like, nigga, when it comes to a hater, nigga, a hater is somebody who has a whole lot of energy for you. Which, like I said, my nigga, that's love. That's just a confused form of love, my nigga. A lot of motherfuckers, they keep your motherfucking name cracking. So, like I said, my nigga, if you don't like me, my nigga, go ahead, do your shit, my nigga. Say my name and spell it correctly. That's all I ask for, my nigga. Just keep saying it. I don't block haters, my nigga. I don't want to block you. I need them views. So I'm not gonna block you. I'm not gonna remove you. Keep following me. Keep looking at me. Keep hating on me. Keep doing all that shit, my nigga. Just keep saying my name right, cause it helps me. You know, like I said, my nigga, I've had back and forths in comment sections on my posts. Not because I care about these niggas, but because it helps the algorithm. So as long as you gonna keep replying to what I'm saying, I'ma keep on saying shit. And I'ma keep going back and forth. I'ma keep on trolling your goofy ass because it helps me out, my nigga. I'm not finna get pissed off. You know, nigga, I've told motherfuckers 1,000 times, like, nigga, in all of my internet years, all of my social media years, and they sitting here like, oh, why you keep going back and forth with me? Because it's keeping my post cracking, because it's keeping me on the explore page. I'm sitting here at work laughing. You over here pissed the fuck off. You and your motherfucking feelings. You done caps lock. You done called me all type of bitches and punk ass motherfuckers. And I'm all in your motherfucking head. Nigga, what am I doing? Sitting in my truck on break. Laughing like a motherfucker. I'm probably on the phone with a broad talking shit. While you just over here in your fucking feelings. Like I said, my nigga, like, you're not gonna get the compliment of being able to change my mood. I think I said that shit in my last episode. The song What These Bitches Want from a Nigga by DMX and Cisco. And like I say all the time, what is a bitch? An emotionally driven person. A bitter person, male or female. What does a bitch want? A bitch wants the ability to change your mood. I'm not giving a bitch that ability, my nigga. It ain't no bitch finna get me in my feelings. It ain't no bitch finna get me out of character, my nigga. I keep a bitch in the place of a bitch. A bitch is not finna be able to say, oh man, I had that nigga Dolemite in his feelings. I had that nigga hot under the collar. I had that nigga turning red and sweating. Bitch, no, you didn't. Because what did Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre say? A bitch ain't shit, my nigga. Bitches ain't shit. So I'm not finna allow no ain't shit ass bitch to have me somewhere pissed the fuck off, hot under the motherfucking collar, mad in the motherfucker, throwing my phone, all in my feelings, cussing and fussing and hooping and hollering. I'm too cool for that shit, my nigga. And like I said, nigga, a bitch ain't no motherfucking female, my nigga. A bitch is a bitch. A bitch ass nigga just like a bitch ass female. I'm not letting no bitch ass nigga or no bitch ass female get me in my feelings. Especially no motherfucker on the internet. Like I said, my nigga, There's no way you're gonna have me in my feelings, and I've never met you, and I never will meet you. What's going on, Taylor Photos DMV? What's going on, Ruga 2 for real? What's going on, T baby? That's the thing. Like, it's too many motherfuckers in conflict with people that don't have no effect on their regular day. Like I said, my nigga, conflict resolution 99 times out of 100 should be able to be solved in a conversation. Like, nigga, I feel like most conflicts should be able to be solved in conversation, unless it's a situation that calls for compensation. And then in that context, y'all motherfuckers gonna have to come out to an agreement on how that compensation is gonna be divvied up, how it's gonna go between the two parties, my nigga. And then when you can't get to that, it goes to separation. And you leave that motherfucker alone. Nigga, I'm over here, you over here. You not getting the gift of my energy though. Like I said, my nigga, like your energy is a motherfucking gift. Your energy is a compliment. You not supposed to give that to somebody who you supposedly don't like. You not supposed to give that shit to somebody who you supposedly don't love. Nigga, like I said, nigga, a lot of what motherfuckers call hate is nothing but a confused form of love. You gotta have love for a motherfucker to keep they motherfucking name in your mouth. I gotta have love for you to be able to affect my mood. You know who can affect my mood? My kids. You know who can affect my mood? They mom. You know who can affect my mood? My mom, my family, my loved ones. That's it, my nigga. I'm not allowing no punk ass motherfucker to be able to affect my mood, my nigga. That's a compliment. That's high praise. The ability to change your mood is something for people that you love. Those the only motherfuckers should be able to piss you the fuck off. Outside of that, nigga, you can't get me pissed off. You can say what the fuck you want to say. I literally look at motherfuckers like NPCs on video games, like niggas on Grand Theft Auto and shit. Like of course I have little stints. Like of course, a motherfucker cut you off in traffic. It's gonna get you. Oh, what the fuck, my nigga? And 9 times out of 10, like I said, it's not you that I allow to piss me off. Something that I'm real big on telling people a lot of times, and this goes into a form that I use in conflict resolution. What's going on, Friends with Billy podcast? Like I said, nigga, the number one thing that you trying to come into in any disagreement, any misunderstanding, any discrepancy with another human being is an understanding, my nigga. A lot of time when it comes to conflict that you have with other people, you're trying to come to an understanding. So when it comes to me in conflict with people, one thing that I always like to do when it comes to the conversations that I try to have with people when I have a fucking discrepancy with them is I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at the situation. Cause like I said, my nigga, I don't allow people to get me in my feelings. I don't allow a person to be the reason that my mood is fucked up. Your action might have pissed me off. What you did might have pissed me off. The situation might have pissed me off. But I'm not gonna allow you, the person, to be so big in my head that your voice gets me in my feelings. Your presence gets me in my feelings. Knowing that you just somewhere minding your goddamn business gets me in my feelings. Fuck you and fuck no, my nigga. So like I said, yes, the action that this person did, that pissed me off. So we gonna get to an understanding. Whether that be you never doing that again, you paying me back for what happened, or us having to just separate from each other because there's a blockage between us. There's a chemical imbalance. There's a mix of energies that just don't mesh well between me and you. So we gonna separate. But like I said, my nigga, I'm never gonna allow negative vibes to happen between me and a person to where we can't coexist in the same space. I'm not gonna allow that of you, my nigga. I don't like you. I don't fuck with you. I don't want to be around you. So yes, nigga, we might be able to be in the same space, but I'm just not gonna speak to you. I'm not gonna give you no energy. I'm not gonna speak on you when you're not around. That's a compliment. What's going on, Sin the Healer? And that's the fucking thing. Like I tell y'all, nigga, you shouldn't allow no negativity to occupy space in your motherfucking mind, my nigga. Especially the fucking negativity of another person, the existence of another person. Like I say, when I watch a lot of these haters on the internet, like cause like I said, I'm a fucking basketball fan, my nigga. So like I'll be watching videos of Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant or any of these dudes, and no matter what they do, hating ass niggas gotta bring up LeBron. Oh, LeBron can't do that. Oh, LeBron would have failed. LeBron would have flopped. Why you give so much of a fuck about a nigga you supposedly don't like, my nigga? You a bigger fan of LeBron than I am, my nigga. I wasn't even thinking about LeBron watching this motherfucking video. I said, damn, that nigga hit that jumper. That nigga was dope. Damn, nigga, that was a cold crossover. Damn, that nigga Mike got a smooth game. He got a nice jump shot. I like the way he did that layup. And here come hating ass, you know, booty scratcher 69-24. Talking about how LeBron would have flopped on that play. LeBron could never. Nigga, you a bigger fan than a fan, my nigga. Like I said, like, this is why you shouldn't give haters no fucking energy. Because they a bigger fan than your fans. Haters pay more attention to you than your fucking supporters do, my nigga. A lot of y'all motherfuckers right now got somebody, whether it be an ex, a motherfucker you ain't friends with no more, a motherfucker you had to cut off, a person that you outgrew, a family member that you ain't tight with no more, that can't do shit but speak negatively on you, my nigga. Shout out to that. That's cool. That's a compliment, my nigga. Like I said, nigga, the opposite of love is not hate. The opposite of love is complacency. The worst thing in the world is for a motherfucker to stop speaking your name. Stop thinking about your ass. Not be tripping off you. Just like when you break up with a motherfucker, right? You done broke up with your girlfriend or your girlfriend done broke up with you. Y'all motherfuckers ain't together no more, right? When you see her subbing you, making videos about you, talking down on you, she still like you, my nigga. She still in love with you. She still thinking about you. You still on her motherfucking mind, my nigga. When it start to hurt, when you see that same ex smiling, happy, hanging out with somebody else, partying, acting like your motherfucking ass don't exist, that's when it start to hurt because that's when you know the love is gone, my nigga. As long as you still mentioning me, I know you still love me. I know you still care, my nigga. I know at the end of the day, we might not be rocking like we supposed to be rocking, but I still got your heart, my nigga. I'm still in there somewhere. Whether it's there for negativity or positivity, I'm still in your heart. I'm still in your mind. I still occupy space there, my nigga. That's the thing. Like, you can't allow motherfuckers that ability to live rent free in your motherfucking head. Like, nigga, I tell y'all, like, complacency is the best motherfucking revenge. Thinking about you, nigga, that ain't revenge. Thinking about me, nigga, that's cool. Oh, nigga, you won a Grammy and you decided to say my name. Nigga, that's the biggest compliment you can ever give me, even if you shitting on me. Even if you say, oh man, I got this Grammy. Fuck Uncle Dolemite. He a bitch ass nigga. You know what's gonna happen? Everybody who watched the Grammys gonna Google me. Who the fuck is Uncle Dolemite? That's gonna help me, my nigga. I love a motherfucker saying my name, even if you're hating. What's going on, my nigga Benji Banks? OneHopeWine.com. Nigga, the One Hope Wine, the greatest Moscato in the motherfucking world. Y'all niggas go get some One Hope Wine Moscato. He got all type of wines. I don't know what y'all taste is. I personally like Moscato, but he got all that shit. So y'all niggas go check out OneHopeWine.com. But like I said, my nigga, hate is a compliment. The fact that a motherfucker has any energy is a compliment. And like I told y'all, when it comes to you having a conflict with a person, you should always be trying to come to the resolution. That should always be at the top of your mind. What is it that we can do to remedy this situation? What is it about this person that I don't like? What is it that me and this person could do to coexist? Because sometimes you might be into it with a motherfucker that you really got love for. You might be into it with a motherfucker that you work with. You might be into it with a motherfucker who you have to be around or who you have to work with. That might be your motherfucking supervisor. That might be a coworker that y'all work in the same area. Y'all work in the same space. And like I said, a whole lot of conflicts can be solved with a conversation. And like way earlier in the show, my nigga Dorian, no instructions, he said it's egos. And that's the fucking truth. And sometimes when it comes to your disagreements with people, you have to check your own personal ego, my nigga. Sometimes you got to acknowledge the fact that you might be in your feelings behind some bullshit too. Like you should be able to, at the least, be able to sit down with a person and come to an understanding on why we have conflict. Why is it that we can't get along? Why is it that there's a negative vibe every time me and you come around each other, my nigga? Sometimes you're gonna have to be able to check your motherfucking ego and be like, hey man, let me holler at you real quick. Like, why is it that you be coming at me sideways? Or vice versa. Like, what is there something that I did to piss you off? Why you be looking at me the way you be looking at me? Why is it that you be looking like that when I be around? Because like I've had these situations with coworkers. There was this old nigga in my job. Every time this motherfucker saw me, he would just ignore me, my nigga. And that shit pisses me the fuck off. One thing I'm not a fan of is being fucking ignored, my nigga. And it's not like I'm this like attention whore and I gotta have motherfuckers looking at me and speaking to me and complimenting me. But I just feel like as a grown motherfucker, just as man to man, you should acknowledge a person's fucking presence when you come into the room with them, when you come into a space with them. Because like I said, my nigga, the highest form of disrespect is complacency, is to ignore your motherfucking ass. If I'm ignoring you, nigga, that's a high form of disrespect. Like I told y'all, nigga. Like if you're getting any energy from me, that's a good thing. Like, nigga, I would rather a motherfucker look at me and, do one of them little up and down looks like, nigga. Cause I know your ass is thinking about me. I know you acknowledging my presence. You're showing a form of respect through what you think is disrespect. But my nigga, if you can just walk by like I don't motherfucking exist, I'm like, the fuck? Especially when I ain't done nothing to your motherfucking ass. So like with this old dude, my nigga, every time I see this motherfucker here completely ignore me, like freeze me out. And like I said, I keep shit play. I play past it. All right, for sure, bitch ass nigga. It is what the fuck it is, my nigga. You don't like me, I don't like you, and that's cool. It is what it is. It's fucking whatever. So like I say, nigga, I'm just going on about my day. And like one day, like I say, I try to have a conversation like, hey, what's going on? Like, nigga, did I do something you don't like? Like, what's the deal, my nigga? Like, and the nigga froze me out again. And like I said, I'm like, all right, for sure. I keep shit playing. Like I said, my nigga, like one thing about me is I understand that that's just my ego talking. The reason that I want this motherfucker to acknowledge me is because of the ego that I have. So the fact that he don't want to acknowledge me is cool. Cause like I said, it don't affect my pockets. It don't affect my family. It don't affect, my romantic anything. It don't affect me from accomplishing no goals. So at the end of the day, I'm just gonna ignore it. I'm not gonna give it no energy. So eventually, nigga, we had that conversation. We got put into the same fucking place. And the nigga basically told me, like, oh, I don't really talk to new hires. Y'all motherfuckers, certain people is temporary here. So, I felt like I ain't need to talk to your ass because I felt like you wasn't gonna be here long. So after you crossed a certain mark of working here, I'm just like, hey man, how you doing? And like I told him, like, that's some bullshit. That's a bullshit way of dealing with people. Like to this day, me and homeboy cool. But like I say, my nigga, like when it comes to me having conflict with people, I check my fucking ego. Because like I say, a whole lot of the conflict that you have with people is ego driven, my nigga. A lot of the hate that you have from people is your fucking ego. It might be their ego. It might be the fact that y'all two egos don't mix and mesh. But you should always start with conversation, my nigga. If you an adult, if you a logical person, you should be able to handle conflict with a conversation because at the end of the day, you're trying to get to an understanding. You want to understand what it is about this motherfucker that got y'all not getting along and understand what it is with that person why they don't fuck with you. That's the fucking thing. Like in all problems that you have with people, you should be trying to come to a motherfucking solution, a resolution, which is a motherfucking a solution that is always there, my nigga, a recurring solution. So when it comes to people that you have conflict with, this is always the number one thing, my nigga. Like I say, with this whole fucking episode, it's conflict resolution. It shouldn't always come to confrontation. It should start with conversation, meaning getting an understanding, a verbal understanding. Compensation, meaning an exchange of monies or, an exchange of action that leads to a resolution, whether that be fixing something that was broken, an exchange of money because some money got exchanged or some money didn't go where it was supposed to go, or something of that nature. Like you did something foul, we gonna have to either, have some form of accountability or responsibility taken for this shit, or separation, meaning you be over there, I be over here, I ignore you, you ignore me, you don't speak on me, I don't speak on you, but we always keeping shit player, my nigga. Cause like I said, the number one goal of all this shit is peace, the protection of peace, the maintenance of peace, the acquisition of peace, attaining and maintaining peace. Because peace is the main motherfucking ingredient in keeping your fucking mental health together, keeping your peace of mind, allowing a motherfucker to live in your mind rent free is an enemy of your peace. You shouldn't allow no motherfucker who didn't give you peace to take away your fucking peace, my nigga. That's the main fucking thing. Like when it comes to your interactions with people, I'm not gonna allow you to take peace you didn't give me, my nigga. My peace of mind comes from within. Just like my feelings towards you come from within. I'm not gonna allow your presence to live in here, my nigga. Pause. Like, nigga, you're not gonna get that out of me, dog. Like I only allow the motherfuckers who I love to affect my peace. I only allow motherfuckers who I love to affect my mood, to affect how I feel about me, how I feel about the outside world. I'm not allowing that shit to no stranger, my nigga. Like I said, like nigga, the protection of your peace is a daily goal that you should have. That's something that you have to be proactive with, my nigga. You can't allow no other motherfucker to do that for you, whether it's to the good or to the bad. Cause like I say, my nigga, like your energy is your responsibility, my nigga. The energy that you give people is your responsibility. The energy that you receive from people is your responsibility. You shouldn't allow nobody the ability to be able to make you too happy or too sad, my nigga. Because the same motherfuckers that could give you this oh my god feeling could take that shit away. That's what I'm saying. You shouldn't be able to allow motherfuckers to be able to take your peace away. Like I'll definitely allow you to make me happy, make me smile, but I'll never let you get the ability to piss me the fuck off. Nigga, like I say, like with this whole stand-up comedy thing that I've been going into. Yes, I love to hear people laugh. That's my favorite thing about comedy. I love when I get on the stage, I tell these jokes, and these motherfuckers is rolling. But the thing that gave me the courage to finally get on the motherfucking stage is my personal ability to say, if they don't laugh, I'm okay with that too. I'm not gonna allow these motherfuckers the ability to get me so high up that they can also knock me down. At the end of the day, nigga, no matter how I perform, I'ma walk off that stage with the understanding that my bills getting paid, my kids are still happy. I ate today. Like, I keep my mental health together. I understand that happiness and sadness, my energy, my mood, my attitude is my personal responsibility. So I'm not giving that shit to nobody. I'm not giving that to the crowd. I'm giving that crowd these jokes. I'm not giving the motherfuckers the ability to piss me off. I'm not giving the motherfuckers the ability to ruin my day or ruin my mood or ruin how I view myself. That's my responsibility. That's the reason it's called self-esteem. Because you supposed to have the responsibility of that shit within your motherfucking self. You should be secure within yourself with the understanding that, nigga, my success or failure is based on my actions, how well I did something, how much energy I gave to something, how much care, how much love that I put into something. So as long as I feel like I gave 100%, I'm happy with whatever result I get because that was 100% of my responsibility. So like I said, when it comes to conflict resolution, just to put a bow on all of this shit, just to all bring it back to what the fuck I was talking about, how you view people and how people view you is your personal responsibility. How you handle conflict is your responsibility. Like I've said 1,000 times, nobody can make you look stupid. Only you can make you look stupid with your reaction to what other people do. Your ability to resolve conflict is how you'll be judged in any conflict. How you handle situations of people doing things to disappoint you, things to piss you off. That's how you're gonna be judged. You can't control how other people act. You can only control how you react and how you respond. So like when it comes to me, I carry myself as a solid motherfucker because I know that's how I'm judged. So no matter what you do, I'm always gonna keep that shit player because how I react is how I'm gonna be judged. And I always want to be judged positively. So I'm gonna handle every situation, whether it's conflict or otherwise, with positivity because I'm a positive motherfucker. And I'm gonna drop the mic on that shit. This has been your host, Uncle Dolemite of the Too Much Game Podcast, live from the sanctuary once again. If you would like to support me financially, you can cash at me at Uncle Dolemite or get you some merchandise at Too Much Game Podcast.store. TOO Much Game Podcast.store. And like I said, my nigga, if this game blessed you in any way, my nigga, if you felt like this was a good show or I gave you something that you can use, man, send a nigga $1 or something, my nigga. Like, help a motherfucker out. Support the motherfucking squad. Townhouse Media, Town E House Media. The Sports for You podcast, Sports number 4, letter U, live on Tuesdays and Fridays, 6:30 p.m. Pacific time, live on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. Niggas be live everywhere. But y'all niggas can follow me on social media at Uncle Dolemite on all social media platforms. Yo Mama Boyfriend on TikTok and shit. Follow both of my YouTube pages, Uncle Dolemite, Too Much Game Podcast. And y'all niggas know, man, y'all check out, I'm gonna be on stage with this comedy shit, my niggas. So y'all motherfuckers be on the lookout. Book me, motherfuckers. But I think that's it. I ain't here to help you get bitches. I'm here to help you get better. Too much game.